Hello everyone. Today, I'm going to show you how I transformed an ordinary angle grinder into a surprisingly versatile kitchen tool. Stick around to see this amazing transformation. I started with a standard angle grinder. I removed its original guard and disc, then carefully attached a large metal blade, securing it firmly with the spindle nuts. This initial setup might look a bit intimidating, but it's just the first step in my creative process. Next, I brought in two long threaded rods and positioned them through existing holes on the grinder's body, extending outwards on either side. These rods would serve as the base for our new structure. Then, I took two identically sized wooden blocks. I aligned them with the threaded rods and marked the precise points where I needed to drill holes to fit the rods perfectly through. This ensures the frame will be stable and symmetrical. Using my drill, I carefully bored holes through the marked points on both wooden pieces. These holes will allow the support rods to pass through, securing the side panels. With the holes drilled, I slid the wooden panels onto the threaded rods and secured them tightly with nuts on both sides, creating a sturdy base for the grinder. Leave a comment and let me know which country you are watching from. It's great that we can connect and chat from all over the world. To reinforce the structure, I added metal L-brackets to connect the wooden panels to the main body of the grinder. I secured them with bolts and nuts, ensuring everything was tightly fastened with a wrench. If you find this video interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any interesting ideas coming soon. Now back to the knife blade. I used a ruler and marker to draw a cutting line on the large knife blade, deciding exactly where I needed to modify it. This will transform it into a smaller, more suitable component. I then removed the knife from the grinder for the next step. Next, I used a different angle grinder, fitted with a cutting disc, to carefully cut along the marked line on the knife blade. After cutting, I used an angle grinder to sharpen any rough edges and ensure the new piece of metal was perfectly shaped and sharp to work with. With the new, smaller metal plate prepared, I attached it back onto the angle grinder spindle. This piece now acts as the new blade, ready for the next step. For the container, I chose a metal teapot. I carefully marked the exact center of its bottom with a pen, preparing it for a critical modification. Using a conical drill bit, I drilled a hole through the center of the teapot's base. This hole will allow the teapot to be mounted directly onto the grinder spindle. I positioned the teapot over the grinder, aligning the hole with the spindle. I secured it tightly with a screw from inside the teapot, ensuring it wouldn't wobble during operation. Finally, I placed the small, modified blade inside the teapot, positioning it over the grinder spindle, and secured it with the original locking nut. This transformed the angle grinder into a makeshift blender base. I plugged in the angle grinder and gave it a quick test run. The blade spun smoothly inside the teapot, ready to tackle some serious grinding. To show you how well this homemade grinder works, I poured some green lentils into the teapot. I put the lid on, turned it on, and watched as the powerful blades quickly pulverized the lentils into a fine powder, proving this homemade grinder is incredibly effective. This is incredibly useful for making spices, flours, or even coffee grounds at home. It's amazing what you can create with a little ingenuity and some repurposed tools. I hope you enjoyed this transformation. If you did, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more DIY projects like this. If you have any comments, please leave them below. If you find the video interesting, please give me a like. Don't forget to share it with your family and friends. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your support. Bye. See you in the next video.